Hi there, it's Lukasz for the Tech Travel Geeks, and today we're sharing a sample video of the Samsung Galaxy A55, the latest mid-range phone from Samsung. And we're on a day trip today in beautiful Crete in Greece. And right now we're in the palace of Knossos, which is where the Minotaur lived, where the Daedalus and Icarus lived. And we're just sharing a video. The day is lovely. It's winter in here, end of March, but in Greece winter is 25 degrees, so it's a lovely day. I'm filming on the main lens right now, but I can switch it to the ultra. You can hear the peacocks. I'm switching to the ultra wide lens and still filming in 4K. And the views are lovely. This is an amazing place. Let's switch to the, and that's me with the peacock somewhere there, and we're still filming in 4K, I believe. And what a lovely place. We can see some very old structures in here, and we can test the image stabilization as we go. The colors should be lovely with the pink flowers back there. Peacocks again. What an amazing place. Let's switch again to the ultra one. The audio is from the Samsung A55. We're not using any external microphones. And this is the image stabilization on the ultra wide camera. On the main lens. What a beautiful place. Right now it's a bit less windy. You can see the peacock over there. Let's do 2x zoom. So there's no this is digital zoom. There's no telephoto lens on this mid-range device, but we can use 2x zoom. You can see the texture of. Oh, let's see the out of focus blur. Nice. Here's some more views of the beautiful palace in Knossos, filmed on the main lens in 4K 30 frames per second. That's the maximum you can film on this device. It's limited by the processor, which is the Exynos 1480, the latest from Samsung. And apparently it's the only so far that uses this chipset. And right now I enabled the video stabilization, and surprisingly we're still in 4K 30. So video stabilization works in both 4K and 1080p. Usually you're limited to just Full HD, so great job Samsung. We'll see how good the image stabilization is. It's my lovely wife in there. And let's hope the colors are really nice. So yesterday when filming, I didn't film all 3 ways of doing image stabilization. So today we're on the beach in Chania in Crete, And let's test all three. So this is no electronic image stabilization at all, 4K, and we're just walking on the beach, and there's no electronic image stabilization, just optical image stabilization. So we can see how good it is in using the main lens. And now I enabled the video stabilization option in the menu, and I can now be using the electronic image stabilization in 4K mode, so you can see how good the quality is with basic image stabilization. It's a lovely, lovely day in here in Chania, Crete. And finally we have the super steady mode, which is using electronic image stabilization and converts the image to 1080p, so it adds extra image stabilization like you have on GoPros and other devices. So it should be better image stabilization at the cost of resolution and potentially some unrealistic image. So we'll have to see how good it is. And the image that you'll see is exported to 4K, so this is 1080p footage exported in 4K. But most of us should be using the normal electronic image stabilization, probably with just 4K. So if you decide to do that, that might be the most optimal option. And look around how beautiful it is. There is no super steady on the front facing camera though, so you'll have to use just normal stabilization. And from what I've seen, it's quite shaky, so be prepared for walk and talk shots. They might not be the best. You might want to use a gimbal or similar, because it looks a bit shaky, unfortunately. There's also another mode, which is dual recording, so I can film both the front facing and the back facing camera, so you can see both the peacock and what's behind me. Oh. Wow. Take a photo. A photo.
I didn't take my phone. Oh, it's because it's chicken.
Uh-huh. There's a female peacock in here, so he's trying to woo her. Beautiful. So yeah, that's the Palace of Knossos here in Crete. The previous stop where we actually started the day was the aquarium, so I'll show you some low light performance of this device and some footage from a beach, which was quite windy. And the next stop is in a lake here in Crete. So that will be our next stop, and at the end, once I review the footage, I will share my opinion, so you can see what I thought about the performance of the A55 for video and for photo as well. So make sure to stay tuned. And here's the promised shot of the Lake Knossos, which is a lovely lake here in Crete. However, it's getting quite late and it's off season, so you can't experience the full you can't get the full experience. This is the 4K 13 main camera, switching to ultra wide. Excellent. And we're in the aquarium here. So showing you the low light performance. We got some sharks, some huge fish. And there's the other shark. And let's switch to ultrawide.
Is that because?
This is ultra wide. And let's switch back to 1x. And this is what it looks like in low light when walking. Oh wow, it's a big fish. Looks like quite good quality, to be honest, in low light, so no complaints.
This is Maria. Io posso rimanere. Io posso rimettere Maria.
In here the colors are slightly different. I can see the seahorse being much more yellow or orange, and in real life it's like gray. So the colors are, oh, this is better. But this one is oversaturated.
Indeed. I think I can go. Oh, there's some sort of light behind me.
This is amazing. Looks like Avatar. And here we are using the selfie camera, and the turtle is right behind us. Quite surreal. Alright, and that's me back in Chania, near the Airbnb, as the sun is setting just behind me. And it's a lovely, lovely view in the port in here. And I managed to review the footage, and I have to say I'm really impressed by the video of the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G. The video performance for a mid-range device is really good, with the image quite sharp and saturated, with image stabilization much better than I expected, as long as you don't use the super stabilization that decreases the quality to 1080p. I would just stick with 4K and normal stabilization, electronic and optical, and you'll be good. One setting I'd make sure to change is to disable the auto FPS adjustment, which will change the frame rate in order to increase the video brightness. That can be problematic, especially if you want to edit the video after the fact, like I did. If you forget to do it, the frame rates will be all over the place. I'm not sure why it's the default. To me, it doesn't really make sense. So let us know what you thought about the performance of the video of the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G in the comments below. We'll continue with more videos of the A55 soon, with the setup video, with software experience, as well as some other videos coming soon, as well as the comparison with the Nothing Phone 2A, which we're currently reviewing as well. But for now, a lovely goodbye from Crete. Thanks for watching.